제103회 자느라고 못 봤어.
안녕하세요. Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host Lisa Kelly and we are already at our 103rd episode and today's main expression is 자느라고 못 봤어요. I didn't see the title. 못 봤어요. Actually, not because I was sleeping. This means I didn't see it because I was sleeping or something to that effect. We'll explain further. This is kind of a hard expression. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Lisa. How you doing? 안녕하세요. I'm Stephen Revere, and this is an expression that is used in a very particular circumstance. That's what makes it a little hard, and we'll go into it a little bit more about when you have to use it, the specific circumstances, and a little bit after we meet both our students.
안녕하세요, 네오미입니다.
안녕하세요, 사미입니다.
You look really comfortable there, all right? He's got a really relaxed leading. You want to, okay, look like you want to study today, Sami. Okay.
All right, and you look a little tired. I'm sure it was because you were studying so hard last night, right? Okay, 공부하느라고 피곤해요. Okay, he's tired. Okay. All right, let's get into our program. We've got a lot to cover today. Let's go to Let's Do It.
Let's do it.
어제 9시 뉴스를 봤어?
자느라고 못 봤어.
First, we heard a question, okay? 어제 9시 뉴스를 봤어요? Did you see the 9 o'clock news last night? And in Korean, we say news, just like we say it in English. 뉴스를 봤어요? Did you see it last night?
A little bit different. News.
Okay.
News, yeah. No, I missed the news last night. And it was because I was sleeping.
Well, is that so?
Well, that's what we're going to say anyway. But right here, you're giving an excuse in the front, okay? 자, sleep, right? 자느라고, I was sleeping. Therefore, what happens? 뉴스를 못 봤어. 뉴스를 못 봤어. So what you're saying at the end is something usually in the negative form,
right.
okay? You're
not going to stick to this, okay? 이유 and then 느라고 and then result what happened in the end because of something.
Right, yes. So let's say you wanted to move 자다, sleep, over to the back end of it. Let's say 숙제하느라고 잠을 못 잤어요, right? Because I was doing my homework, I wasn't able to get any sleep. So a couple of things you have to be careful of when using this. First of all, the front and the back have to have only a single subject. Don't go switching subjects in this expression. It has to be a single subject, and the tenses always go at the back. Don't say 잤느라고. No. 자느라고 숙제 못했어요. I was sleeping, so I wasn't able to do my homework, right? Make sure the tense always goes at the end.
Okay, let's practice these with a few. I'll give you a situation. I was saying hello, so I didn't see you.
Hello, what's
인사하다.
Greets, right?
인사하느라고 못 봤어.
Very good. All right, how about this? For a good-looking Turkish man over there.
Yeah.
I was studying so hard, I wasn't able to see my girlfriend last night.
시험 공부하느라고 여자친구를 못 만났어요.
Very good. And
Nice job.
못 만났어요. I wasn't able to. 안 만났어요. I didn't meet her. Very good. Okay, you got something else for us?
As you just said, let's say if you were going to say play, what would you say? 놀다 is to play. How would you change that?
놀느라고.
L does no. That's actually irregular. The 딜 does not go in there. Okay, it's just 노느라고. Okay, 노느라고. Yeah.
Right. And then also, well, there's another way we can express this. Okay, we say 느라고, but instead we can use 서. Okay, remember this format? You can say, for example, you can say 아침에 늦잠을 자서, okay, 학교에 늦었다, instead of saying 잠 자느라고, right? So keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, the only difference, 느라고 is used in a much more narrow set of circumstances, right? almost always something negative. You weren't able to do something, right? Whereas saw can be with something positive.
Right. And also another thing to keep in mind, another difference between saw and 느라고 is that in the 느라고 form, when you're using this, it's one thing is happening while the other thing is happening. For example, when Naomi said 인사하느라고 못 봤어요.
Simultaneously.
Right. It's both things could happen at once. That's why you missed the other. Another example would be when you're in the shower. Sometimes you miss the phone. 샤워하느라고 전화 못 받았어. Okay, this is happening at the same time. Whereas saw has a broader range.
Well, yeah, saw the front is the reason behind, and then something else results, right? Yeah, so.
Okay,
that's a
let's
little
practice this one more time. Can you think of something else that you can say? Using the 느라고 form.
밥 먹느라고 숙제를 못했어요.
Okay, well, you can do one.
밥 많이 먹는다. Oh, you eat a lot, huh?
Okay.
늦잠을 자느라고 학교에 늦었어요.
Okay. That meaning, if you're going to say that, then that means that you are sleeping when school starts. Because remember, both these things are happening at the same time, right? So let's give you one that's a little bit tougher. What if I said, 지갑을 잃어버리느라고 등록 못했어요, right? 신분증이 없었어. I didn't have my ID, so I couldn't register. Is that okay? You think that would be okay?
No.
Very good. No, yeah, that's right. That's wrong because one happened before the other one, right? You would lose the wallet first, then you go to register someplace, and then it doesn't work, right? So you would have to say, 잃어버렸어, right? Saw would have to go in there.
Right.
Yeah.
I noticed that the ones that don't work, actually it's so hard to pronounce that your tongue would just pretty much get twisted in your mouth. There's a reason why they don't work. Think of first place in English. When you try to say it fast, we pretty much take out the T, first place. There's a reason why we do that. It's easier to pronounce, so it's the same in Korean as well. Okay. Also, here's another thing that I'd like to point out. When you watch the 9 o'clock news, you may notice that they speak in a different manner. They speak in a very formal manner, and they use 씁니다 at the end of each sentence. Have you noticed that when you watch TV? So you hear 안녕하십니까? 내일은 비가 오겠습니다. etc. 내일 뵙겠습니다.
Very good.
Or when you go to the
You should be the weather girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or when you go to the shopping mall, what do you hear when you walk in the door? What do you say? 안녕하십니까?
Also,
아세요.
also 오십시오. You hear a lot too, right? That's
Right.
really high. Also 오십시오.
There's so many forms on how to end a sentence. It's really fun. Anyways, let's go on to wrap it up.
Wrap it up
with Lisa.
and Steven.
어제 저녁 9시 뉴스 봤어?
아니, 자느라고 못 봤어.
그럼 아침 뉴스는 봤어?
자느라고 못 봤어.
Okay, we're learning when to use the 느라고 form, and we're finding that it's pretty tricky because sometimes you could get it confused with when you should be using 서. So, Stephen, quickly review over when and how we should be using this.
Okay, yeah, just like we said, because you're doing one thing at one point in time, you weren't able to do something else. You want to make sure both of them have the reasons in the front, right? You give your reason, but with 느라고, you keep in mind that it's something that happens at the same time as something else. Whereas 서 can be one thing happens, there's one reason, and then later on you weren't able to do something or something else you were able to do. It could be positive, negative, but 느라고 means I wasn't able to do something else didn't happen because of the first reason.
Lost opportunity. For example, I don't want to hear any excuses that you missed our program. It's only 10 minutes. And that way, now you should be able to go and tell your friends, oh, sorry, Let's Be Korean 보느라고 전화 못 받았어. Or, 화장실 못 갔어. That's a good one. Okay. You can hold it in until we say goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay?
Now you
Bye-bye,
can go to the
everyone.
bathroom.
Now you can go. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. 그리고 다른 일 하려고.